Hey guys, not happy today. I just got home from my lunch meeting, just did a vlog. Meeting was great, but I come out to the parking lot and I find this. Yes, once again, the warranty replacement dash, the brand new part, a year and 2 months old now, displaying the same problems just from parking in the sun, in direct sun. Now we're in winter here. It's not super hot, but it's just the intensity of the direction of the sun. It's got to have something to do with the UV rays. This was parked for 3 hours directly facing the sun between about 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock. That's it. That's all it took. Now, luckily this time it wasn't permanent. After a few minutes of riding down the road and cooling it off a little bit, it returned to a normal display. So it's not completely effed like the first one was, that I had no choice but to get replaced. Now here's the rub. I don't want to replace this again. It's a pain in the ass. It means a month without the bike again, because the way they do these stupid dashes that obviously are a failure point part is they take your old one, they have to wait for the new one from Japan, and then get it in. And it took a month last time without the bike. I'm not willing to do that. That's ridiculous. Plus, they don't update the odometer. I'm already having to add just over 2,000 miles to these miles. Now I'd have to add this one plus the original odometer. How's that going to look on a sale title? You know, I don't think they have room for how many odometer changes. It's a pain in the ass. But the month downtime is the big thing. Plus, I would even have to fight to get it covered, because I'm 99% sure that the warranty replacement part came with a 1-year warranty, and that was a year ago November. So here we are just beginning February. So I would have to fight to get it covered. I'm pretty sure I could, not 100% sure though. So there's that. But so I'm pissed off, number one, that it's happening. There's no way in hell that a bike should be having a failing dash from parking it in the sun. That's it. That's all it takes. I'm going to invent a little cover. I just want a way to prevent it from happening, prevent it from getting any worse. I don't park in the sun that often, but obviously enough to make it happen. So I just want to prevent it from getting worse. It's back to normal now. If it stays that way, I'm happy enough. You know, I'm not happy that it's happening, but I want my dash to remain as it is right now, and I'll be content. So here's what I come up with. This is a working prototype. Okay, I'm gonna make it prettier over time, as I'll probably make another one and, you know, make it real. Anyway, here's what I got. Here's what I came up with. So the problem, just to recap if you didn't know about my original problem, I'll put a link to the original video here. This right hand LCD panel in direct sun burns out, just like the picture you saw earlier in this video. And it can be permanent. My first one was permanent, so it was junk, had to be replaced. So this needs to be protected. This one's fine. They're two different types of panels. I've never heard of, seen, or had a problem with the center display. It's just this right one. And by the way, this is also used on other bikes. I've seen it personally on a Super Tenere with the same permanent bad display. So it's not just the FJRs, it's this panel. It doesn't have to display the same stuff. It's the actual physical LCD panel in here. This is one big part number. Some people have said, well, is it only Gen 3 or is it only 13 to 15? It's any of the bikes that Yamaha is making that uses this little panel. This is not a separate part you can buy. It's used in many different gauge packages. It's used in 13 all the way through the current 16 FJRs plus the Super Teneres. I don't know if it's on any other bikes, but this little LCD panel is the problem, and you can't buy it separately. You have to get the whole darn dash display. So I have a theory that it's just UV damage. Covering it up is all we have to do. Just get it out of direct sunlight. So what I did is I got a little self-adhesive magnet, and you can barely see it because, okay, there, kind of see it there. What I did is I stuck it in this slot right here, this cooling slot, and it's just one of these guys from the hobby store. Just a little magnet with a foam tape backing. Doesn't take anything super strong. You just clean off the plastic on the bike, stick it up in here, you know, and then I just took a little swipe of black touch-up paint on this edge so you can't even see it. And sitting on the bike, you can't see it at all. Wouldn't even notice it's there. So then what I did is I got some nylon, again, craft store, and I just kind of held it up and figured out, about what size a coverage I would need, cut out a rough shape, and then I made a little tab at the top and almost cut through it so it can pivot, and stuck another magnet on it. So we got this little guy here with like a tab part at the top, but it's on a swivel. It's almost cut through. Now it's nylon, so it's not going to rip. This stuff is very, very tough. And all you have to do, just get that close, and boom, there you go. So if I do need to park in the sun for an extended period of time, I can just pop that guy up. It's not permanent. These aren't falling off. Even if that does fall off, it's not going to hurt anything. They weigh absolutely nothing. Quick and easy, and that's all it takes. But like I said, I'll clean it up. This is a prototype, so it doesn't look like just a floppy piece of fabric. But this is all you need. It doesn't have to look pretty if you don't want it to. Anything you want to do, anything you want to make to cover that up, that's going to be effective. Just make sure it's really not see-through. This is very solid nylon, so that's all you need. And what I'll do is probably stick my other magnet somewhere in here, and that way I can just keep this guy out of the way. Be easy to grab for when I need it. That's it. So that's my idea. Make yourself a cover is my advice. If you live in the southern states, I've seen a number of people with it having it happen, and they've all been in southern states: California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, one guy in Louisiana, a couple guys in Florida here, and of course me with now 2 units. So northern states, I just don't think you have the sun intensity, but it is very different down here. If you've never visited our Florida locations and come down for vacations, you're not going to know the difference. But man, your first time coming off the plane, you're like, whoo, wow, that is an intense sun. And obviously it has effects. That's it. Just want to put this out there. Make yourselves a cover, whatever you want to do. You want to do it like me. It works. Super easy, quick, and effective. And that was my goal. That's it. See ya.